What's up, guys? So you asked for it and I'm delivering it. You said you want more breakdowns, but you want some breakdowns of tricks that I landed, because we did one breakdown video, but it was a breakdown of when I ate it. But I wanted to show you guys how much went into that fall. Here's the clip of the fall. So if you want to watch the breakdown of that crazy video, it's right here. Check it out. It was a really cool breakdown video and you guys really enjoyed it. If this is your first breakdown video you're watching, make sure you comment down below. Let me know, are these sick? Do you like them? And before you even get into this one, make sure you smash the like button, because either way, it's going to be a sick video. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down a backside 360. And this is one I did at Copper the other day on a very poppy jump. The reason why I want to break this one down is because I feel like I did something that I've been working on with my backside rotations correctly, and we'll get into that. But here's the backside 360 video, so check it out. All right, so that was a pretty clean backside 360. I'm pretty proud of that one. I actually, in the vlog, slowed it down because the person that filmed it also got a pretty good angle from underneath and everything. I was very high on that backside 360, so I was super hyped on it, not gonna lie. So the first thing I'm looking at with the backside 360 and why it was so successful was the setup turn. As I'm approaching into the jump, I'm keeping pretty calm. I know there's a lot of speed, so I'm just like carrying the speed that I know is gonna get me to do the trick in. Kind of just do a heel side turn, and then we get on our toe side edge, and we kind of hold it. Ideally, I would like to transition a little later, more like probably like around this side of the jump. But we held that toe side for a while. As you get more and more comfortable with tricks, you can kind of cheat and do stuff like that. But ideally, right around this time is when you want to be transitioning to that toe side edge. So as I go up, I hold the edge. And so this is what I've been working on fixing, is if you look at my snowboard right now, it's still pretty straight. It could be more straight. But as I go off in the air, my board is a lot straighter than it has been on a lot of rotations. I tend to scrape my rotations a little bit. So I was pretty happy with how straight I took off on this one. And honestly, I really felt it. Now, the reason why it was important that I didn't scrape on this jump is this is an extremely poppy jump. These jumps at Copper put you really high in the air, and then you got a nice long landing to land on. You're not going a long distance, but you're going really high up in the air. So with this jump, keeping my board straight will allow me to have a clean takeoff to go high up in the air and get to that apex and rotate. Then if I pre-spun, it would throw my feet behind me and kind of put me in a corked position if I pre-spun this one. So it's very important on these poppy jumps and any poppy jumps that you don't pre-spin, you kind of hold your board straight. And it's honestly the way you want to be taking off jumps. Now, something that I could do better with, and it is just a backside 360 and I don't need a lot of oomph to it, but my lead shoulder is pretty closed. I could always have opened up that lead shoulder a little bit and pre-spun into the rotation, but I'm so comfortable with backside rotations that I knew I wanted this a big floaty one that I left it kind of closed. But in the future, pre-spinning. Daddy, what? So having that lead shoulder a little open, so then when you go up to the jump, especially if you're spinning something bigger like a 7, then you got that momentum with you. So as I go up, my head is initiating really everything, my head and my shoulders, but my head is really taking this rotation. And at this point right here, I'm spotting my landing. I already know, all right, we went big in the air, we're going over the knuckle. I'm also at this point grabbing my snowboard. And so when I do backside rotations, I like to grab either tail or stale fish, because as I throw the trick and I'm rotating this direction, by grabbing with this hand that is going in that direction, I feel like I'm taking my shoulder and I'm pulling it open, which is helping me with that rotation. Where if I was to grab indie, but I'm trying to pull this way, see how my shoulder comes down, but my head goes this way? It kind of like fights it. So I would recommend, if you're doing a backside rotation, with your back hand, either going tail or going stale fish, opening up your shoulder, or with your lead hand, you could be grabbing mute, which is, once again, see how my shoulders, this one kind of opens up, this one comes down, my head's going this way, boom, pulls you around. So mute, stale fish, tail, I think are really nice grabs for a backside rotation. Obviously, you can do a backside 360 with an indie. It's a lot of style, because once again, you're tweaking, pulling, so just so you know. So we get the grab, and when you get a grab, ideally you want to hold it. You can see in this video, I'm actually like holding the grab, and I come around, and then right when I get my board about 90 down the knuckle is when I start to release the grab, because I'm starting to now determine at this point when am I gonna land? Right now, I'm about 5 feet in the air. I gotta fall a lot more. I gotta fall a long time with only being, you know, I only have not even 180 left in this rotation. I have 90 degrees left in this rotation. So in order to complete that, I need to stop the rotation, because I could, honestly, at this point with how big I went, I could go 5 right now if I wanted. And that's something you can decide when you get better with your rotations. At this point, you can go 5 and kind of sneak it in there. I decided to complete just a large 360. So I'm coming down and I start putting my landing gear down. But see how like my legs are coming down a lot, but my angle, you know what I'm saying? Like I stopped rotating. So from this point right here to here, like I'm not really rotating much. My legs are going down, my legs are going down. Trying to stop that rotation, I leave my back arm back a little bit, or my lead arm, sorry. I leave it back, slowing down that rotation so I don't go 5. So my back arm is back here, slowing down the rotation. The landing gears go down. Now this is something I could have done a little better, but once again, I went a little big. I don't absorb this landing very well. I definitely could have squat a little more. Would have been nicer for my knees, but I took it like a champ, and then we just rode into the next jump, super clean. So once again, it was just a super smooth, fluid 3. And the things that I loved most about it was my straight takeoff to my solid grab that I felt like I had, and then my ability to slow down my rotation to be able to ride away clean. Now, that's just things that I would like you guys to think about when you're doing spins. A lot of people, it's just like, huck. So for people that do have backside 360s kind of unlocked, that's something I want you to think about, is having a straighter takeoff. When you do a grab that's helping your rotation if you want to take it to a bigger rotation. And then, of course, holding that grab a little longer. And then how are you falling out of the air? Do you have that ability to slow your rotation and really kind of come around clean? Or are you kind of just, if you go big, then you go big and you just kind of spin out of control once you land? So how are you riding away? So these are all tiny little things to think about. This is kind of going to be a short video. It's a single trick breakdown, but they're kind of cool. And in the summer, we have plenty of time to do things like this. So why not? You know what I'm saying? We're not snowboarding every single day right now because there isn't snow to go. We did go snowboarding with Roman today.
Daddy.
You want to tell him about your snowboarding? Did you go snowboard today?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
So that video is dropping tomorrow. Roman ripping it up on a snowboard. It's going to be a lot of fun. And other than that, guys, what is another trick you want to see broken down? You want to see something simple like a 50-50 on a rail? Was the backside 360 too advanced, or is it right on par with what you guys want to know? We can break down easier tricks. I'm going to Copper on the 15th, so then we'll be able to film.
This is the park to the snow.
You want to go back to the snow?
No, this is the park of the snow.
The park by the snow? Okay, we can go to the park by the snow. Okay. But we can film some like simple like technical tricks, or no, we could film some simple tricks so we can break down how to like jump onto an urban on rail, things like that. So just food for thought. And other than that, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for watching snowboarding with me today. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good job.
I'm on top of the ocean, living like life ain't frozen, feeling my feet been chosen for something other than motion, yeah. Mama told me I'ma be somebody, I ain't never gonna need nobody, no, I ain't never gonna need no